Hello?
Greetings, brother.
Greetings, blessed
Yes,
love.
yes.
Bless up, Chris. It's
Bless, how are you?
Thanks, I'm good. Hopefully, you're feeling also good because this is our special time here in Poland. This is Reggae Pan Show, and I'm really happy to have you here as a special guest tonight. How are you, Chris?
Beautiful, doing great, man. Good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, man, but it's better to hear from you. For your new EP, is just making my days, and great piece of work. This is really something I was expecting from you.
Give thanks, give thanks. Yeah, this was a real kind of personal project for me this time around. These were songs that I had started on my own and had basically, gone back to where I started so many years ago, which was building rhythms by myself and just using a drum machine. And then, I would bring people in once the sketch had been completed. I'd bring a drummer in to replace the drums and occasionally some other parts and add horns. But this was a real personal project for me.
So this is how you work, yeah? You're building a whole structure, whole track by yourself. You creating all melodies, instruments, guitars, etc. And then when you have a whole composition done, then you bring in musicians to play it over, yeah? What you have already.
Yeah, that's what I did for this one. And I even decided to keep a lot of my keyboard parts on this project because I had spent so much time to just get it perfect that I liked what I had played. And so often I'll even hire keyboard players to replace most of my parts, but I didn't replace all of them. I actually kept a lot of my own parts on this project.
Yeah, I realized that. I was reading about the info about this EP, and I realized that you are appearing in so many situations. Keyboards, some other instruments, of course, guitars, vocals. Yeah, very nice. So tell us about your journey, because I know that to finish the album you went to Virgin Islands, yes, and you
yeah.
meet amazing people, amazing artists we really respect, like Danny I, like Russ, your friend, you produced song for him.
Attitude.
Russ Attitude, yeah.
It was phenomenal, and that's something I've been planning now for about 3 years. I've been wanting to go work face to face with Tippy, who's been mixing,
a lot
for
of
me
your
for
stuff.
several years.
Yes.
Yeah. I just find it's a very good match working with Tippy. It really suits what I do very well, and we actually mixed 2 albums, and so I thought, this is the time to go. It's the time to go work face to face, and and even to see my brother Attitude, who's now been there for several years since COVID hit, and just be in that environment to finish the album, which I think was just a great experience. And while I was there, I decided, since I was with Attitude almost on a daily basis, he's one of my very close friends, and so we just decided to put him on one of the songs, which worked out great.
That was my question. If that the journey changed something in the music or in the album, in conception, or yes.
Yeah.
Already we have answers. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
He's a good singer. He's a phenomenal singer, and he just has this very unique style. And I just said to myself, how can I not do this while I'm here? It would be crazy to let this opportunity go by. So, and he was, more than willing to come in and put his parts down in such a professional way that just a great experience.
So if you can tell us something about background and environment where TP is working, how you finding this place, his studio, and the ways he work, maybe you can give us a little bit of taste of this.
Oh, well, Tippy, he is very, very methodical in how he works. And, you know, the sound that he's getting is not just something he's achieving through using plugins and stuff like that. I mean, he's got lots of outboard gear that he'll run the sound out, for instance, through. There's an API console that he has that belonged to Drew Keys, who
Yeah, yeah.
rest in peace, had
Rest in
done so
peace.
much work with iGrade, and it's Drew's old API board that he's running stuff out through, and then for specific tracks and things, he's got tube amplifiers from, I mean, Neve to, I could run down the list, but it's just too much for me to even think of having memorized. But
Oh,
there's
nice.
so much good analog gear. And another great addition was, while I was there, Jot David had contacted and asked if we were looking for any additional parts on the project, and so I of course agreed, and that was just a phenomenal addition to the album, because he has such a very distinct way of playing and such a very powerful tone that it really stepped up the songs quite a bit.
Nice, nice. Because you see, sometimes, like, not sometimes, most of the time, you can see TP like on YouTube videos or something. Like he's sitting next to this small MIDI faders, and he's like dubbing stuff. And probably,
yeah.
probably many young producers, in love with reggae music, they watching him and they saying, "Oh, I just need this MIDI controller and I'm done. Yeah, I'm good." But behind this quality and behind this sound, there's always something more. And in this case, you gave us example like API console and many more analog outboard gear. Beautiful. You said that this is very like personal material, personal EP. So tell us something about lyrics. What you were trying to say to the world. What kind of vibes you're trying to spread, and what we can find on this EP.
Well, I felt as if there were some messages on this album that, sometimes you have experiences in life with people, and sometimes there are things that are very difficult to say, or it's better just left not being said at all. And, unfortunately, these sometimes come from, challenging or difficult experiences that we go through. And so, through some of those experiences I had last year, I decided, I'm not going to speak to people about it. It's not something I want to have a conversation about with anyone in particular. I need to process this. And so I'm going to take what it is I'm going through, and I'm just going to write it into a song. And, that will be, for me, a form of healing, a form of getting through something and processing it, and just moving on,
releasing the pain, releasing the thoughts you have about certain things. Like we have title,
Absolutely.
we have title lies, we have title friends, we have pleasure
Yes.
and pain. So yeah, we can already see that there is a lot of happening. Lies.
Yeah.
Did you experience a lot of lies in
I mean, I think we all have at one point or another in our lives. I think that, very interestingly enough, with lies, the most important thing is if we're honest with ourselves. If you're honest with yourself, you'll be honest, usually with the people around you. And lies is kind of a little more general than just my own experiences, because of some of the lies we also see taking place in society around us, with so many events that are tragic in the world, ways that we see people treating each other on a daily basis. And I believe it's very important to be honest with people and treat people as you would like to be treated. So
totally
lies,
agree. Totally agree.
yeah, That's a reflection on that, and a reflection on how we need to be honest with ourselves and each other.
Beautiful. I can feel constant progress in your works. I can see progress. Your studio is growing. The quality of music and the vibration, is getting bigger, stronger, and I'm really happy and to see that and experience that. And I'm really really honored that you are our special guest tonight. So maybe you can
Give thanks.
maybe we can jump into your music, because we're calling this panel, this conversation, gość na pięć. Your wife is Polish, so maybe you know some
Yes.
words. Gość na pięć, it's mean we were trying to have this conversation like in 5-7 minutes. Just we catching up with artists and we just checking what's happening in his life. But sometimes when we have these beautiful occasions, when artists releasing an album, or EP, it's always better to ask some more details, like in this
Give
case.
thanks.
Yeah, when
Give thanks.
I can see you're busy person, and I'm really glad, because we musicians, it's good for us when we're busy. It means that the spirit, supporting us, and we know what we're doing, and there is always a lot of work to be done. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Hopefully we see you soon somewhere in the world, on
Give
the path.
thanks, brother.
Friends.
Oh yes, we will be returning for sure. We'll be back in Poland, hopefully sometime even this summer. So we'll see.
This year.
Yeah, I would say that this year probably we should be returning. I want to say big shout out to all my good friends and friends and family in Poland, because it's so many there. Everybody from Damien to Shiva to Makin to all the family over there. Man.
Yes.
Much love and respect to everybody, and we definitely will be returning for sure.
You have also special big ups from Christos, Reggae Jamaica. He is texting me, telling that the whole promotion for your EP is already sorted, so it's starting very soon. So yeah, he and his beautiful Reggae Jamaica channel will also support you strongly here.
Beautiful.
And globally, because he's reaching our really huge numbers.
Big up Christos for sure, man. Give thanks.
We will jump on your music right now. Friends is our first track from your album, from your EP. Can you tell us something about this track, and then we move in?
Well, Friends is what I was referring to earlier when it came to things that were very difficult to say specifically. Actually, let me rephrase it. I found it better to say these things in this song than to have to say them to someone face to face. And it's pretty self-explanatory, and I think it was just a response to some of the things I had experienced last year from people that I had felt were close to me, but often we'll find that things aren't always what they seem. So this was a tune I felt it was best to express my sentiment in music.
Nice. Thank you for this conversation. We're sending love and respect to you and Maya. Keep it real, and thank you for spending this time with us.
Man, give thanks for having me, my brother, and thanks so much for having me on the World of Reggae Rhythm, from years ago, and we will definitely be continuing the link for sure.
Big track, big song, and today the TP's dub version of Self-Evident was opening the today session. So
Love it. Great song, man. Really, really love it.
Thank you very much. Christos DC was our guest. One love.
Yes, I give thanks for having me, man. Bless.